Hello friends, my name is Michael Stappa, and today I'd like to give you a video about sales calls best practices. So just to give you an example, so if the step one is setting up the purpose for the visit. So if I'm going to be talking to a doctor, for example, I might say something like this. Hey doc, the reason I'm here today is I want to discuss with you how you can use product X to help patient Y with condition Z. Is this something you're interested in? So let's break down that discussion right there. Now obviously this is kind of a watered down version. We're not talking about an actual product here. I mean, because there are certain compliance regulations we've got to stay with. We're talking in generic terms right here. But let's focus on what we can talk about, and that is this is an example of an opening that I use all the time. The reason I use it is because it provides a clear goal. We want to talk about product X for certain patients, not the actual patient names, but just in general, these patients that have this condition Z, for example. And that's the roadmap for the call. So I know what the call is about, and the doctor knows what the call is about. And just kind of as a little bit of a pro tip, I'm going to give you like these real world examples throughout the video. I like to set this up before the call even occurs. So maybe I talked about this as the end of my last call, during the follow-up to my last call, or maybe it was over email. If your company allows you to send emails, maybe prior to this call you send an email, hey doc, can we talk about this when I meet with you on Tuesday or something like that. And then when you get in, you can say, hey, remember, we talked about this on the last call. I'm kind of bringing that process forward. Or if remember, hey, we talked over email, we were going to talk about this patient type. So that's kind of like a little bit of a tip right there. And the other piece I want to talk about that's very important, and that is the "Are you interested?" portion at the end. That's kind of I don't want to say it's a controversial thing, but I know a lot of people shy away from asking a question like this, specifically asking, are you interested in this topic? And I believe that's critical to ask this question. So you might say, well, Mike, what if they say no, they're not interested? Well, I need to know that. And you as a sales representative need to know that too. Because if you engage in a discussion where the doctor is actually not interested in your discussion, you're going to waste your time and their time, and you're going to think they're ready to buy from you, when in reality they have a lot of objections that you have not uncovered yet. So by asking the "Are you interested?" question, it does a couple things. One, if they're not interested, then you can find out what the problem is so that you can tackle that objection first, because you're not ready to go to the buying stage yet, right? But if they are interested, it provides a form of a trial close, right? They said they're interested in this. If you can provide evidence that backs up the recommendation that you're going to make, then by the time you get to the actual close later, they've already said yes. So it's a beautiful thing. Make sure that you don't skip the "Are you interested?" portion of the question. Got it?